Welcome to another exciting episode of Musa and Show. Here is what we have today.
Sanibona. Kule weekend esisuka kuyo, uFloyd Shivambu bekanodala impofu ngapha, advocate Dala impofu ngapha ngako Eastern Cape. Kunezinto azikhulumile ke khona engifisa ukuthi sidlule kuzo. Sizokhuluma nje sibheke kulezo zinto lezo ayishilo lapho. Kodwa into eyenza ukuthi ngenze le video uphinda amagama akawasho ngaphambilini. Ngicela nje ukuthi ngimcaphune la.
We boldly can say that when President Zuma was head of state and president, he did everything in his power towards the attainment of Freedom Charter objectives. The Freedom Charter says the doors of learning and culture shall be opened for all. The highest number of no-fee schools in South Africa happened under President Zuma. President Zuma is the one who introduced free education at higher education level, even when his cabinet were refusing. Even when the Ministry of Finance was refusing. He said, why should people pay to gain access to education at universities of technology and TVET colleges?
Njengoba umuzwa kuFloyd la akukho ke mina engase ngikuphawule ngoba kanginalo ulwazi kodwa kunevideo engidibane nayo la ngifuna ukucaphuna wona angazi noma iyakufakazela lokho noma iyaphikisana nakho kodwa ngizocaphuna lama video mabili bese siqhubeka ke nenkulumo kaFloyd bathi icala elihle lithethwa ngofakazi so wena gozo decide ukuthi musu lalele luzwa kanjani kodwa mina ngizocaphuna sizwile inkulumo kaFloyd asizwe ukuthi uthini la.
In 2018
That's when you were completing your degree.
yes after Zuma had announced free education in parliament and it was there
Technically,
I will argue that it was there because in 2018 there were no protests. All students were admitted at university entered without a squabble. 2019 same thing, but after the elections once Blade Nzimande returned as Minister of Education because there was Naledi that replaced Blade.
yes, Naledi Pando.
Blade came back, Cyril brought him back after 2019 elections. He's been reversing everything and attacking the Zuma administration.
Umcebo Dlamini la ngathi uyayifakazela into eshiwo uFloyd kodwa ke uZuma kwayena wake wabuzwa eParliament ebuzo Dr Mbuyiseni Ndlozi sizocaphuna ke la phendula khona bese siqhubeka nenkulumo kaFloyd.
With regard to the matter of free university education, I'm sure you will recall, Honorable Member, that the matter of free education is a policy of the ruling party. That's our policy. Established decades ago. And we have tried to begin to implement it. That is why at the lower levels, there are schools that are free from fees as part of the implementation of that policy. What we have not done is to say from today, the education is free. But we have said that is our goal. We have started the implementation. Poor students or young people from poor families are no longer paying school up to matric. That's part of the implementation of the policy. With regard to the institutions of higher learning, that's a matter we've been looking at. And the department has been looking at it, actually put up a commission or a grouping to deal with the matter, investigate it, come up. There is even a report that has been written on that issue to say, how do we implement this? That report, for an example, will be taken into consideration by the commission so that it will come up. What I am happy about is that for the first time in the country, everybody agreed with the ANC policy that there must be free education. Wonderful.
So ephuzini lokuqala akhulume ngalo uFloyd angangeke ngiphawule lutho kodwa ngicapha unamavideo akhuluma inkulumo ecishe ifane noma ihambelane naleya bazokhumbula abanye kuya introduce lento angazi noma namanje kusakhokhwa na especially kuma public schools bekungama no fee school besingabhadali school fees from nje kwa grade 1 up to grade 12 angazi ke noma kusenjalo manje asiqhubeke nenkulumo kaFloyd isizwe yena uqhubeke wathini.
You know, comrades, we always give recount that there were so many sponsored disruptions and interruptions of the politics of President Zuma. The youth can go and check even on YouTube and on historical records. In 2017, when he was addressing the National House of Traditional Leaders, he said that I don't understand why black political parties should not be uniting to have 2/3 majority in order to expropriate, to change the constitution for expropriation of land without compensation.
Uyakuphinda kuFloyd lokho ukuthi there were so many sponsored interruptions against uJacob Zuma. Sothi yonke into ayiphazamisa uJacob Zuma lesikhathi yayisponziwe khona ababekhokhelwa ukuze kube ne disruption aphazanyiswe uPresident Zuma. Kodwa ke iphuza engifuna ukungena kulo ileli alishoyo athi ngo-2017 uZuma wakhuluma ngendaba expropriation of land without compensation. Ngiyahamba ngayifuna le video ngoba esikhathini esiningi abantu mabekhuluma bathi uZuma bekaphethe for 9 years and ekuphatheni kwakhe azange ayikhuluma indaba yomhlaba. I'm surprised ukuthi kunenkulumo nje kuthiwa kashiwo Jacob Zuma. Ngicela uzwe la.
And therefore the issue is absolutely crucial. And to attain the goal of radical socio-economic transformation in relation to land reform, we are looking at two critical actions. First, we must undertake a pre-colonial audit of land ownership, use and occupation patterns. Once the audit has been completed, a single law should be developed to address the issue of land restitution without compensation. The necessary constitutional amendments would then be undertaken to effect this process. That's why we need to accept the reality that those who are in parliament where laws are made, particularly the black parties on this issue, should unite, because we need 2/3 majority to effect changes in the constitution. We can't fight over nothing and not deal with the real issues when we are where laws are made, and waste time instead of creating the legal institutions to address the problems we have of inequality, poverty, and unemployment. We are also looking at the possible redesign and establishment of the National Land Claims Commission as a Chapter 9 institution, so that it can have the necessary powers to help us reverse this historical injustice. This will also require a constitutional amendment. All of this will require unity and common purpose and action in the country to ensure redress and meaningful reconciliation, not artificial reconciliation. Naturally, government and the governing party would want to ensure that this is an orderly process. We do not support chaos and illegal land grab. Actions must be informed by the Constitution and the laws of the land.
Ngicingile ke video ngabuya nayo ngayithola njengoba umuzwa nje ukuthi impela ngesikhathi sokubusa kwakhe waye address indaba yeland. Kodwa ngenxa yokuthi kunalama disruptions paid or sponsored disruptions ayekhona. Sasingeke sizwe yonke lento ngoba kunabantu ababekhokhelwe ukuthi ababanga umsindo bamphazamisa impela. Ngoba ngibazi babekhokhelwa ngobani kodwa abantu ababekhokhelwa babengayithandi lento uZuma yeyikhuluma. Ngikusho lokho baphela ngizwa amazwi kaFloyd ngase ngibuyele enkulumeni ekhona. Ngathi ngempela into yakhulunywa ngo2017. Asiqhubeke siza ukuthi uqhubeke wathini uFloyd kodwa sikubeka emqondweni ukuthi bonke ababe bamsene bethi Zuma must fall. They were sponsored khona bakuthola. Futhi into enhle ukuthi uFloyd akaqala ukukhuluma ngayo lento. Nalabo abanye abazazi ukuthi babe bangana umsindo abakaze bamphikisa. Abantu nje abaphatheka kabi laba bangabalandeli. Uma uFloyd ekuveza ukuthi no, then we were sponsored ukuthi sibe against uJacob Zuma siqhubeke.
And he said that as a head of state and president. But side shows were what was being pursued. When a head of state says that let black political parties unite to be 2/3 to expropriate land without compensation so that we can give land to our people. Some of us like mistakenly were part of wrong things there, like we say no, we're fighting side shows where a head of state is talking about the strategic resource of land and mineral resources to say, let's give this to our people. But the focus of where he was leading was that, no, he must pay back 15 million rand or 8 million rand for a house built for him in KwaDagwa Dunus. And then we think that becomes normal politics as black people. And then we feel powerful about that when white people cheer you that, yeah, go on, fight on. They even join you on the streets. Zuma must fall. Zuma, and then we join, we think that is very powerful. When a president says that, comrades, let's unite all of us. Let's take land. Let's give free education up until higher education level. Let's give implements and tractors to farmers so that they can farm as is called for in the Freedom Charter. No, ourselves, no, we don't want that. We want you to pay 15 million rands because government built you a house. That becomes the obsession. As if that is not enough, the establishment pushes him out of office and then later on takes him to prison without trial.
Ngokwami nje angifisi ukuphawula kakhulu kulento esho uFloyd kodwa nje ukulalela senanele inkulumo yakhe nanokuthi ke ngoba simuzwe ekhulumile la ngikubeke kucaca ukuthi uFloyd uyagcizelela ukuthi ngesikhathi benza njalo abelungu babejabulisa abelungu. Umhlaba omningi usezandleni zabamhlophe. Kwakufanele-ke bajabule, nami ngiyibo. Ngangingajabula ngempela uma kunama-disruption, uma kukhulunywa kanje bese ngiphusha abantu, hayi asenzeni ukuthi, ngoba ekugcineni kosuku lokho kwakuzosiza. Kukhona ama-article engihlangane nawo la ambalwa akhombisa izimpi ezazilwa noPresident Zuma. Ngicela ukucaphunela wona. I-article oyibonayo yange-13 November 2016 ithi uMantashe ucela i-EFF ukuthi imsize bavimba uZuma mayelana nodaba le-nuclear. Kungimangazile nje mase kulonyaka lo sekukhuluma yona i-EFF nayo uMantashe sebethi cha, ukuze kwazi ukuthi kuphehleke kahle ugesi singabi nenkinga load shedding iyafuneka i-nuclear, kodwa babe bamsene. Usho ukuthi ngoba kwakuliwa noZuma kwakungaliwa nento eza nayo, kodwa inkinga ukuthi ayiza ngaye, kwakuliwa noZuma. Endaba nje ye-nuclear uMantashe wasebenzisa i-EFF ukuthi ayimsupport ukuze kuliwe noZuma. Njengoba kuthiwa namhlanje indaba yegesi ngaba sinayo inkinga ukube yabuildwa leyo nuclear power station, I mean.
I said before, they took the Russians' money. The Russians want their money, or they must deliver the nuclear deal. That's why everything is being done to deliver the nuclear deal. Malusi says, well, we'll do it only if we can afford it and all that. Then
Qhubeka nenkulumo kaFloyd, angifisi ukuphawula lutho, ama-article wabonile mabili nevideo wayibona. So angifisi ukuqhubeka ney'ntini, ngifisa nje ukuthi siqhubeke nenkulumo kaFloyd, ngingaphawuli lutho lapha. Nje ukuhamba phambili fanele simbonge uGwede Mantashe noJulius Malema ukuthi yaba successful i-campaign yabo yokulwisana nokuthi kungabibikho i-nuclear power station la. Whether siyasafara thina ngogesi kune-load shedding noma sinayo, cha, kodwa fanele simbonge phela into ababeyifisa iyenzeka. Abasafari bona nge-load shedding ngoba banama-backup generator, kodwa nje into bona ababeyifisa iyenzeka. Siyababongela, siqhubeke nenkulumo.
It doesn't need any serious sophistication, just basic logic. You can realize that some of the things were done wrongly. Some of us are fortunate, Comrade Dan, that we in our lifetime are able to correct historical mistakes politically. And we boldly will do that until the end of time. Until we have achieved total emancipation and freedom for our people. You know, no one in their right mind can dispute the fact that of all these people who have led South Africa as head of state and president, President Zuma is the only one who sought to achieve the aims and objectives of the Freedom Charter. The rest were instruments, were just an executive that was managing the common affairs of the capitalist of the bourgeoisie. They would speak all sorts of sophisticated language and poems and all sorts of things. But in the ultimate end, when you assess closely, what is the real agenda? They were about protecting the white capitalist establishment and system. That is why President Zuma saw it far much earlier that now the ANC has been taken over completely. It's not even fighting for the Freedom Charter. It's just going to undermine everything. That is why in October, actually in the beginning of 2023, he said, we need to form a fighting instrument, a vehicle that is going to fight for true freedom.
Yabona kuthatha umuntu osuke ezidelile ukuthi umuntu avume phambi kwabantu ukuthi cha ngangisephutheni ngenza iphutha la. Hayi kuthatha umuntu osuke ezidelile, ikakhulukazi indoda. UFloyd uyavuma ukuthi bona impela baparticipate la. Kodwa entweni engasizi ngalutho, kodwa manje uyalibona iphutha lakhe. Uthi kodwa banenhlanhla bona basethubeni lokulungisa iphutha labo lela balenza. Asiqhubeke naye ngoba useyangasemaphethelweni evideo yakhe.
That is going to continue with the struggle for total emancipation. And then he said, let us go and revive Umkhonto weSizwe as a fighting instrument, as a fighting vehicle. And two issues must identify with Umkhonto weSizwe. One is unity. Two is total emancipation. On unity, President Zuma, far much earlier, even before Umkhonto weSizwe was publicly announced, says that why do we have so many black political parties when we are fighting for the same agenda? I can tell you now, here in Mdantsane, in Duncan Village, in King Williamstown, in all the regions here, I see there's a comrade here from the PAC as well. If you were to take black people from whichever political party, and then you say 10, commissions of 10, whichever, whether they are from the PAC, Black Consciousness Movement, ATM, ANC, black people, you put them in different rooms and say, please come out with the most important 10 things for black people. They're going to come out with the same things. Exactly the same things. Because we exist under same material conditions. There is no real difference between those who say they are part of the Congress movement or they are Pan-Africanist, they are black consciousness, they are economic freedom in our lifetime. There is no real difference. What is difficult about uniting behind a common agenda? Because all these things, all of us, we want our land back. We want to grow the economy so that we can have sustainable quality jobs for our people. We want to take our children to better schools and universities. We want quality health care. We want to live in safe environment. You know, Thomas Sankara says that people are not fighting, we can't be fighting over ideas. We're fighting for the real material benefit of just what do we gain out of these struggles. Why then do we have multiple and viable fiefdoms called political parties? Why are we not uniting just behind one agenda? And fight for total emancipation and freedom. That is what Umkhonto weSizwe is. Unity of the oppressed masses of our people. That is why in the core values of Umkhonto weSizwe is that no matter how provoked you have been, you can't speak bad about other black person or any other political party. You are not allowed to even insult anyone. Because we are an organization that is pursuing unity.
Yona nkulumo kaFloyd ke lena ayithulile ngeweekend. Ekhuluma ke nabantu base Eastern Cape. Muzobala nomdantsana izondawo leso. Iyona nkulumo le. Kodwa ke akushoyo ngasekugcineni. Njengoba ethi kumkhonto weSizwe ama values wabo ukuthi fanele unity. Futhi ngeke bona kumkhonto weSizwe party bathi noma ungacasuka kanjani akufanele uthuke omunye umuntu. Ubuka ngayo Floyd. Ngendlela athukwe ngayo, ngendlela akatrenda ngayo. Abanye bangayiba ama-member omkhonto weSizwe party nabangaphandle kakhulukazi nabe EFF la suka khona bakhuluma into eningi ngayo kodwa akaze aphendule. Uyambona ukuthi lento ayishoyo uyayiphila ngoba nakho uyayenza. Ngicela ke ukuthi ngizwe ukuphawula kwakho ngoba mina bengethula inkulumo kaFloyd la asethulele yona ngeweekend. Ngicela ukuzwa ukuthi wena ubona kanjani ngizwe ukuphawula kwakho. Bese mina nawe sidibana kwivideo elandelayo kodwa ungakhohlwa ukusubscribe, ucomment, ushare, ulike. Ungasupporta ngokujoin membership, ungasidonate ikhona i-account kuyi-comment ephiniwe. Ngiyabonga kakhulu.